Here's a story about a bad mom. This is outrageous. If you really cared about your kid, you wouldn't leave your kid with a guy like this. No kid deserved this. This is awful. Okay, so they let some guy, they're claiming that she was dropped off at a bus stop by the dad. She's not been seen since. And then they let this guy, Don, babysit the kid. But let's see what he looks like. Okay, see her? I mean, she had no chance here going on like this. Here's the parent. This is mom. She's all tatted up, but check out the dude. Neo-Nazi drunk. White supremacist. She let her kid, her little kid, be around this. Is that somebody that actually cares about their kid? The dad and the kid. The mom. Number one, it's a male. I would never leave my kid with any guy. Number two, he is a male supremacist. And three, he's a drunk. So I assume the parents are total neo-Nazis because that doesn't bother them. They're right there. Okay, so they find her backpack by a dam. And then the suspect has been arrested on an unrelated charge of aggravated assault. And he was also a person of interest in her disappearance, as he recently acted as a babysitter for the child. No way in hell. This mom, you gave her no chance hanging out with some neo-Nazi drunk. I mean, so I guess there's a car missing that they're looking for. I want to say that we are hopeful that we can bring her home alive, and that is what we are absolutely working for right now. Based on evidence that we got, we understand foul play is a factor as well. Yeah, apparently what they found doesn't to them appear that she's alive, basically. They let the scary guy with prison tats babysit her children. Yeah. Something super weird when a man is babysitting. What the fuck? Yeah, I wouldn't let any guy babysit. Mostly knowing, you know the totality of why they're a rapist. And but definitely not somebody that prison tats and the neo-Nazi thing. The parents are obviously neo-Nazis because there's no way somebody who wasn't a neo-Nazi would let that dude, and he's a drunk, and he's a drunk. Would you let a alcoholic dude? Why didn't the parent take her to school since he was already on the road? I know I ask a lot of these questions. Some of these parents, it's just, I don't know. Maybe the school's a lot farther than where they were going. Who knows? The whole thing is like, what parent would let that babysit their child? The outcome would not be good on this one, I'm afraid. Who in their right mind lets the child around people like this? Shameful. Yeah. Bunch of drug addict, uh, neo-Nazi, people that don't care that he was probably doing things the whole time anyway and just ignored it. That guy acted as a babysitter. Yeah. I told you a friend of ours let this guy, he didn't look exactly like him, but he was a drunk and he was like this total street guy. She let him around her kid, and I had to like stay there and make sure like he wasn't doing anything and he was drunk all the time. Same thing. She didn't leave him to babysit her, but she left him around her. I wouldn't let that guy around any kid. You would think that, plus his criminal history, it would be a deal breaker. But apparently it was not. He wouldn't get within 100 miles of my child. Also, why was it vital for the school absence to be notified without an hour of the kid not being accounted for? The school didn't the school did notify the parents in the morning and she wasn't reported missing until 5:30. Oh, really? The 42-year-old man has a lengthy criminal history, including felony convictions for crimes against children. There's something very wrong with the parents. Exactly. The same thing with the perpetrators that hired that guy. Like they sat there and totally ignored it, and that guy was all around their kids. I'm just saying these people, because typically what it means, because in that case there where I was looking at, the parents were like into kids themselves, at least one of them, and the other one was preyed on, I guess. I don't know. I can't answer how they originally met, but they had no problem with their past of doing stuff like that. So then they just normalify it, and then their kids get harmed. Now, I don't know if the kids got harmed there, but according to some comments, I would not, that right there, no. What can you do to save this situation right here? This is the question. So this girl doesn't understand like the whole situation's bad. She was probably getting totally touched in this whole thing. The parents let it happen. And even back in the day, they would have like totally pawned her off to him anyway and said, okay, here's your new husband. Knowing how. Knowing how. Mm. They're negligent. I think they should get in trouble. They're negligent because this isn't okay. Watch. Shouldn't we look at this case like they knew better? This definitely is a case of you know better. It's not. It's not a typical thing where you. It's like some guy that seems totally normal. It has no history. Has nothing. Nothing. To me, this is negligent. I look at this as a purposeful abuse. Mostly if he has. Okay, so if he's a pedophile and he has some background of that, some other things, I think they should be held for child negligence, something on top of it. Even if they lost their kid, they did it on purpose. Like you would just not do this. They put her in danger, and it's not right. It's not fair for this kid. I'm just trying to figure out how you could prevent this from a family like this. That's the problem with this stuff, you guys. It's really hard. It's really hard. You would have had to be in that home to see that the mom was doing that. It was like me in that other house, right? It was like I can't. The laws and everything, it's hard to do anything. Like you have to see something happen. Is it true that's what he has a child history thing? Let me see. If that's the case, honest to God, they need to get a negligent thing. Something, something. No way. No way. I would like to know why John is not registered as a sex offender. This makes me really angry. His criminal history is quite extensive. Guilty of enticing a minor back in 2007. He should be on the registry. You guys keep letting all the guys go. You guys keep coming at us as we're adults, telling you that these adult men touched us. You guys are all part of the problem, so don't act like you're against it.